Meet your Robertson players, and that's another aspect that you got to worry about. He's like 4.2 speed type. So, but they got a good quarterback who can put in the spot, and then they got an underrated running back who can really get after him when he gets the ball.
How different does it feel from last year with this new coaching staff as far as what you guys see on film?
I mean, last year we were film junkies. I mean, it was certain dudes that were getting really into it. But I think this year, I mean, we got 9, 10, 11 guys in the film room every day. I mean, I don't want to say I skip class to go to watch film, but I mean, I'm in the film room. I mean, as much as I can. Maybe I'll skip a class or two, maybe. But I'm in the film room for the most part, and I love football. So I mean, it's what I've grown to love over my lifetime, and I'll put everything I got into it.
Chris, how you feeling physically and mentally? Midterms are coming up. I know you are going to class, but how you feeling?
What's
4 games
midterm?
in now.
What's a midterm?
That one test that you have sometimes.
I graduated. I don't even know what a midterm is no more. No, but yeah, midterms are coming up. We got to do some studying.
How are you balancing the football and the school life?
It's easy now. I mean, I'm going into my 5th year. It's nothing new. I've been doing it for 4 going on 5 years. So, I mean, football has its time block. I mean, when I'm at home, I'm all football. When I'm in class, I'm schoolwork for the most part. I got an iPad too, so I watch a little film while I'm in there too. But I know how to balance it. It's nothing new to me. I've been doing it. I graduated already, and I'm taking just some occupational therapy classes right now, so it's not too much on my plate.
How do you anticipate Cal would try to beat your defense? Do you think you expect them to kind of lean on their passing game?
Yeah, it's what they do best. I mean, it's not like they have the best offensive line in the country, so it's what they do best. I would expect them to come out and try to hit us with some quick game, get the ball out the quarterback's hands real fast, because we got some guys up front that can really get after their O-line. So I wouldn't expect them to be back there trying to throw deep shots, set a step drops or anything like that. I would expect everything to be nice and quick, screens, slants, hitches, out routes, anything to get the ball out the QB's hands.
So they're probably a little bit different than what you guys have faced so far.
Yeah, I mean, they got the personnel for the Bear Raiders, they would call it. I know those coaches aren't there anymore, but that's what the personnel says. They get in 10 personnel for the most part, 4 receivers on the field. So it's going to be up to the DBs to really, step up this week and do what we got to do.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is it tackling, is it being assignment sound? What do you feel like is the key to stopping that kind of passing game?
Just assignments. I mean, knowing exactly what you have to do, where your help is at, who's inside of you, who's outside of you, knowing what everybody else has to do so that you can execute to the fullest of your ability.
When you're evaluating your opponent like Cal, what do you get more substance out of, watching a full game or passes by formation?
By formation. It's a big tendency team. They kind of tell you what they're going to do by the way they line up. So, you watch 2x2, 3x1, where they putting certain guys at when they put them there. I mean, that's how I watch it, and that's always been successful doing that. So, a lot of teams, they really, give away, what they're going to do by who they put in certain positions, when they do it, where the back lined up, is he lined up in a pistol, is he lined up out wide, do they have, what tight end is in the game, and things like that. So,
do you ever go back, do you keep a journal or a log of players that are returning on a team like Cal and reference, what you might have done last year versus, how they're progressing this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I have 4 notebooks worth.